What kind of an actor do you see yourself as? A method actor or a
No.
instinctual actor?
No. Everyone has his own method. Whether that is an approach from a technical appreciation of the character, an intellectual appreciation of the character that then, as you get into it, becomes an emotional appreciation, or whether your first appreciation is an emotional appreciation to which you add the technical expertise of getting it across to an audience. I suppose, in a way, I am a mixture of those two approaches, because I can approach things from the outside in, and I find that at times I can approach things from the inside out. Depends on, to some extent, on the form of the material. The one that I'm doing right now, I approached from the emotional side of the character before I ever thought of any of the technical getting across and the intellectual side.
And of course, performing right now is on stage.
Yes.
And yet we know you, of course, from your film work. Is there much different in the process of developing roles in either medium?
No, acting is acting. On stage, of course, you have to blow it up yourself, increase the size of the performance yourself in order to get it, have it come out life-size at the back of the hall, so to speak. It's your voice alone. You've got to be able to bounce off the back wall of the theater. Otherwise, you're not going to be heard. And it doesn't make much sense if they don't hear the words, dear, forget it. But for film, the medium itself blows it up for you. So you play life-size, or at times even smaller than life-size, for film. For film, you can play whole scenes that can be quite emotional and very tense, but only using about that much voice. And but you can't get away with that on stage, because it's got to bonk off the back wall. So those are the differences, but that's only a question of size. That size is not an emotional size. That size is purely a physical size.
Yes.
If you're on a tight close-up and you're doing something terribly emotional and your face contorts all over the place, nobody can tell what's going on, because what they want to see is that emotion here, and to hear it, and not to have it demonstrated to them. They want to see that it is real and live and genuine, and not something put on like so.
Right. Relic, I feel as though I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about Relic, but I maybe change this around a bit. If I was asking Robert Clothier to tell me about Relic, what would Robert Clothier have to say?
Oh, I love the man. Oh, you think he's a great fellow. He's a skinflint, full of skullduggery and all that kind of thing. Likes to get people going. Likes to have them on a bit, get them going, and he'll play it any way that will get that kind of result for himself. There is a positive side to him that I won't talk about very much, because I don't want that showing too much. Neither does Relic, you see. Relic doesn't like to show that side too much.
Okay, now if I switch it around and I'm talking to Relic, what does Relic have to say about Robert Clothier?
Probably thinks he's a jerk. I don't know. Well, had somebody try to say what I am? Not Nelly. I'll say what I had to say myself.
Yes. Is there much Relic in Robert Clothier?
If you're going to play something, you have to be able to find it somewhere in yourself. So there is certainly a very negative side to me somewhere. Easily found, I'm afraid.
Yes.
But No, you have to be able to find things within yourself, even things that are, say, outside your own experience. You have to find parallels of those things within yourself in order to be able to appreciate that one thing you have to play that is outside your own experience. So you do have to dig in and find, as far as possible, all the qualities of the character you're playing somewhere in yourself.